It is Friday night in the SEC. Tonight, game one between old rivals trying to beat each other and Mother Nature. It's Oklahoma and Missouri. The Sooners and the Tigers coming up now on SEC Network Plus. Hi, everybody. Toby Rowland with you alongside Rich Hills. Second half of conference play starts tonight. 5 weeks to go in the regular season. They're all important at this part, Rich. As for the Sooners, they're coming off a big series victory on the road last weekend at Vanderbilt. Camden Johnson, one of the stars of that one. Normally it's with his legs, but it was with his big bat in Nashville.
Yeah, he had a great game, too, with 2 home runs and 7 RBIs, including a grand slam. And he showed some power last weekend.
Career game on Friday night, 1 week ago tonight for Camden Johnson. On the mound for Missouri tonight, it will be their ace, Josh McDevitt, coming off maybe his best start of the season.
Yeah, had 8 strikeouts and a career-high 7 innings pitch, would probably his best outing of his career so far.
So it's Josh McDevitt for Mizzou, LJ Mercurius to get the ball for Oklahoma. And let's head down to the third member of our crew tonight, wearing gold shoes, looking fantastic, Carly Murray. Hi, Carly.
Obi, thanks for the warm intro. Well, LJ Mercurius seems to be back on track after punching out 13 in Nashville. He credits the extra film study and refining his mechanics with his head coach, Skip Johnson. There was a 2-game stretch where he felt like his delivery was off, and now he's looking to add to his 62 team-leading strikeouts and build off the best performance of his career.
Thank you, Carly. There you see L.J. Mercurius, the older brother of the Mercurius brothers. You will no doubt see Xander at some point, if not tonight, this weekend. 5-4 record, and that was a hard luck loss, Rich, last weekend at Vanderbilt. He was spectacular. The offense just didn't have its back.
Yeah, it's tough, but the only thing you can really control is your pitching and defense. And, the bats aren't going to be there every night, but he had a great outing.
There you see rough outings at Texas and Alabama, where he went just 3 1/3 innings and gave up 14 runs. We'll see what he has in store for us tonight. He'll be facing a Missouri lineup that had a hard time coming up with runs last weekend. They were swept at home by South Carolina. Missouri, no doubt, a much improved baseball team from a year ago when these two teams met in Columbia. Here's how they'll roll them out tonight under head coach Kerry Jackson. Freshman Blaze Ward at the top of the lineup. He has reached base safely in 18 straight games. But the power, Jace Woida, the first baseman, the South Carolina transfer. And we are set for baseball, a game that was moved up, then moved back, then moved a little bit more back, and we're finally ready. We had some storms come through that delayed the pregame preparations. And weather will be worth keeping an eye on all evening long. There are more storms expected in the area, but hopefully it'll be after we're done tonight. As L.J. Mercurius gets sent to face freshman DH Blaze Ward. And the first pitch of the game is a fastball low at 93. 329 average on the year for Ward out of Maumelle, Arkansas. There's a strike. What's the key for LJ? You've seen him several times this year, Rich.
He's just got to command the zone and work both sides of the plate, stay out of the middle. The times that he's been hit, especially his off speed, he's been leaving the ball up, and that's where you see it slow as a hitter and see it up. That's balls you can drive.
2-1 the count. And it's 3 balls and 1 strike. Ward had a big series at Kentucky. Missouri won 2 of 3 at Kentucky a few weekends back. He was named the SEC Co-Freshman of the Week coming off that series. Mercurius needs a strike, and he can't find it. And the leadoff man aboard for the Tigers.
Yeah, that's not a good start. You can't. The bad thing is you can't defend a walk. There's nothing you can do with it. And you can see the fastball just in. Looked like it got his back knee there.
Yep, hit by pitch. So leadoff man aboard for Mizzou. Cam Durnan now, shortstop. Wichita State transfer here. And he takes one high. 5 of the first 6 out of the zone for Mercurius. Good look there at Durnan out of Lynn Creek, Missouri. 305 hitter on the year with 3 homers. There's a strike. It has been a storyline for Oklahoma in SEC play every weekend, especially in games 1 and 2. Can their starters get off to a good start? Fly ball into center field. Jason Walk land. He's under it for out number 1.
You gotta be careful with balls like that today with that wind blowing out. You obviously got under it a little too much, but if you get it, you halfway get into one, anywhere from center field to left field foul pole, it's got a chance of getting out of here.
You see the flags there, briskly blowing out to left. Pierre Seals has plenty of power to ride the wind. Comes up empty. I mentioned the starts. L.J. Mercurius and Cam Johnson, who will be on the hill tomorrow for Oklahoma, have kind of taken turns with great starts and bad starts in game 1s. Sooners have lost 4 of 5 game 1s in the SEC. 0-2. Despite that, they have won 3 of their first 5 series, so they have been good getting off the mat, if you will. But Rich, they would love a game 1 victory and make their work a little easier on them.
Yeah, and try to accumulate a sweep on a weekend. It's tough when you lose game 1 on a Thursday or Friday night in the SEC.
The 0-2 to Seals. Downstairs. Not only have they lost 4 of 5, they've lost 4 in a row. The only game 1 they won was the SEC opener here against Texas A&M. Mercurius brilliant a week ago with his 13 strikeouts, but Oklahoma lost at Vanderbilt in the opener 10-5. Missouri, a much improved team. Their record in conference play may not convince you of that, but they have especially been good on the road. 0-9 at home in the SEC, 3-3 on the road. That includes a series victory at Kentucky and 1 of 3 at Tennessee, as Seals sends one out to Jason Walk on the OU logo. And there's 2 away. Could have easily won that Tennessee series on the road as well.
Now batting for the Tigers, first baseman number 25, Chase Woya.
Pitching's been great. The offense has been lacking, especially of late. Here's Woida. Best all-around hitter here, South Carolina transfer. Big, strong first baseman. Leads the team with 7 homers and 38 runs batted in. And he fouls the fastball back for strike 1. Now you see the senior from Lincoln. Good hitter. Got the eye black going too. Heavy. Like a changeup, strike 2 called.
Yeah, the eye black can get a little out of hand some days, depending on who's got it on. You know, it used to just be the little strips across under the eye. Now some of them look like the Ultimate Warrior out there.
Kyle Branch from time to time will do that. Doesn't look like he is tonight, but there's a good look at Woida. Ready for a WWE event. The 0-2 upstairs. Missouri's midweek game was canceled at Missouri State because of weather. Sooners coming off a loss midweek, a shortened loss because of the weather. 8 innings, they lost 7-3 to Oklahoma State up in Tulsa. Just outside, didn't get the call. Crowd groans, 2-2.
The whole infield was running off there.
Leadoff man Blaze Ward hit by a pitch. Since then, a couple of F8s. And there's a pickoff attempt. Missouri will run. Ward only has 1 stolen base. As a team, they've stolen 50. That's about middle of the pack in the SEC, slightly above. Sooners a hard team to run on, though. LaChance and Brock, their catchers, have been fantastic. Ground ball, swing to third base. Camden Johnson, and that's 3 away. Sooners coming to bat for the first time when we come back here in Norman. No score.
All right, guys, let's get back to the hype, the way the Sooners.
Here's how the Sooners will roll out their lineup tonight. Walk, Willits, Gamble, Brock, Camden Johnson, as we highlighted off the top. Dayton LaChance hit his first 2 home runs of the year in Nashville. Taki Branch and Harris, Desan Harris, getting a start in left tonight. And they will face Josh McDevitt, who has been very good for the Tigers. Last week against South Carolina, 7 innings. 8 strikeouts, allowed just 3 earned runs. Fastball, curve, change. It's the fastball, though, Rich, which is really his biggest weapon.
Yeah, 93, 94 miles an hour. Seems to like to work up in the zone and can locate. He has plus command, so anytime you can command your fastball, you got a good chance of getting several outs.
Head coach Carrick Jackson said when he's on, other teams don't get good swings off his fastball. And we'll see if he's on tonight. As the sun breaks through for the first time in a while here in Norman. There's Carrick Jackson, 3rd year as head coach of the Tigers.
Leading off,
The SWAC Coach of the Year at Southern back in 2019. Very well respected man right there across college baseball. Jason Walk leading off. Walk also hit his first home run of the year in Nashville. He hit 9 a year ago. Reggie Willits feels like this guy is the key to the offense. And it's been a sluggish year so far, batting just .240 as he takes a first pitch strike. Switch hitter with great speed, and when he gets going, it kind of charges the whole operation here at OU. Strike 2 called. Back-to-back fastballs at 94 for McDevitt. The right-hander into his windup, and the 0-2. Sent to left, slicing down the line, Jordan chasing and makes the play in foul territory for out number 1.
That's a good play by Jordan there. Getting caught down there in the corner. Calm, finds the fence, and makes the grab.
Jackson Willits now, he has homered 3 times this year. 2 of them caused storms. One was against Texas A&M when he spiked the bat. Coaches got sideways with each other. He got ejected and suspended. One was Tuesday night. He hit a 3-run home run against the Cowboys, and that was it. The game was called immediately after that as tornado warnings came through Tulsa. Of course, this is Reggie's son, #1 overall draft pick Eli Willitz's older brother, hitting .310 on the year. Eli tweeted after Jackson's home run Tuesday night, "Watch out, they tend to come in bunches." And that is true.
Yeah, especially for him.
Ahead in the count here, 2 balls and no strikes against McDevitt. Two and one. Kind of a running storyline, though, for the Sooners. This is a guy that hit 10 home runs last year, only 3 this season. LaChance, a guy they brought in who homered 21 times in junior college last year, only 2 this season so far.
Yeah, and it seems like last year all those home runs came in the second half for Willits.
Flied into left, and there's 2 away. Well, that's the way you want to hit it tonight, but not solid contact there. 2 up, 2 down.
Yeah, that ball got in on him just a little bit. Tried to inside out it, but the ball got in on his hands.
What a year Trey Gamble is putting together. Normally the left fielder, DHing for the 2nd straight game. Top hitter on the team at .330. He's homered 5 times. His on-base percentage, top 5 in the SEC. And he rips that one into right. A knuckleball out to Pierre Seals, who makes a great diving catch for out number 3. That ball was all over the place in the air. And the Sooners go in order. Watch this catch again by Seals in right. Hanging with it. We head to the 2nd, scoreless in Norman. This is a meeting of old foes in a new land. OU and Missouri now in the SEC. Old rivals back to their Big 12, Big 8, Big 7, Big 6 days. 269th all-time meeting. First time they played here since 2012. Of course, last year they met in Columbia, and the Sooners rolled to 3 straight run rule victories. Oklahoma has won 4 in a row altogether over the Tigers. Caden Pierre leads off the 2nd for Mizzou and takes a strike. Left-handed hitting center fielder out of Chesterfield, Missouri. Fastball, strike 2 call. .297 hitter, Pierre with 1 homer. Tried the inside corner with the heater. It didn't get the call there. 1-2. And there's the first strikeout of the night for L.J. Mercurius.
for the
You see a
Tigers,
good
the catcher, number 8,
fastball up in the
Mateo
zone.
Serna.
Pierce is not able to catch up to it.
Mateo Serna now, switch hitting catcher. Injuries have been an issue for Missouri, especially with the pitching staff. Javen Pimental, Ben Smith, J.D. Dorman, all out for this series. There's the first hit of the game into the right field corner. Serna. Brock keeps it from the wall and will hold him to a single.
Now batting for the Tigers. second
Turned on
baseman,
that one.
21,
Yeah, he just
Jamal
ambushed
Jordan.
him. Little topspin lob into right field.
Jamal George now, the second baseman. Texas A&M transfer here. Originally out of Puerto Rico. Shows bunt, does, fouls it back. Just the 10th start of the year for George. Trying to manufacture a run perhaps here in the top of the second.
Yeah, it looked like he was trying to bunt for a hit. Wasn't really committed to that pitch, didn't look like.
Not bunting this time, takes strike two. Camden Johnson at third base will move back a few steps, feeling like the threat of the bunt is no longer. Didn't chase. Serna, not much of a threat to run, just one stolen base on the year for the catcher. Here's the 1-2, and it's fouled back. Double play, potential double play situation here, and no team in the SEC has been better at that this year than the Sooners. They've turned 16 of them in conference play. That is far and away the most in the league. This has been a slick fielding infield especially. Good defense this year for Skip Johnson. Swing and a miss. Second strikeout of the inning for LJ.
Now batting for the Tigers, left fielder number 88, Donovan Jordan.
See just another, looked like almost like a changeup. The ball tails back in on him. I don't know if that was a two-seam or a changeup, but he just swings over the top of it.
2 outs for Donovan Jordan, the left fielder out of Humble, Texas. Redshirt freshman here. And he hits it hard but foul. Turned on the first pitch. 11th start of the year for Jordan. I made the mistake a few years ago of pronouncing that Humble, Texas, and the tidal wave of emails.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, I can only imagine.
Humble, Texas. Strike two. Jordan looked like he was grinning out at LJ after that pitch. Strikeout, single, strikeout so far in the Tigers' second. Jordan stays alive. Just a redshirt freshman, Donovan Jordan. He's homered twice on the year, 286 average. Got him. Looking. Mercurius strikes out the side of the second. Tigers strand a man. Bottom two we go in Norman in the series opener. Sooners nothing, Tigers nothing.
Welcome back to the broadcast. It's the bottom of the second in Norman. Well, Reggie Willits knows he can always call him Brendan Brock in a pinch. On Tuesday, he gave Brock his first career start in left field because guys in the clubhouse were sick. Well, today, Brock is back at right field, and he has earned a reputation for being the super utility guy the Sooners need. Skip Johnson told us earlier in the year, "I don't know where we'd be without him." Brock has fully embraced the role and knows the value of being adaptable. Although he did admit to a few nerves out in left field, you wouldn't know it with the impact that he makes. Toby.
Thank you, Carly. Incredible athlete, Brendan Brock, a catcher by trade, swings and misses at the first pitch. He has stolen the most bases in the SEC in league play, 11, 6 for 6 at Vanderbilt. Leads the team in homers and runs batted in. Not a lot of catchers leading the league in stolen bases.
It's amazing.
It's that hard to center field. Caden Pierre, though, is there. And there's one away. 4 fly ball out so far for Josh McDevitt.
Yeah, you mentioned catchers being able to run. OU for the last, 5 years have had catchers that can run. Carmichael. I mean, they'll do a good job of finding athletes that can play behind the plate.
Jimmy Crooks was a better athlete than maybe he gets credit for.
Yeah.
Dayton LaChance does not fall in that category.
No.
He's a tremendous catcher. Here's Camden Johnson. Camden, probably most Sooner fans have heard by now, an emotional day last Friday. His close cousin passed away in an automobile accident. He found out about that Friday morning. That night, went out and played in her honor, homered twice, including a grand slam, had 7 runs batted in a wild game that Oklahoma ended up winning. Afterwards, in a post-game interview, through tears, talked about how heaven had gained an angel today. He was sick for the midweek game against the Cowboys, did not make the trip to Tulsa. Back this weekend. He grounds that one up the middle and into center field, a base hit off the glove of George. That'll trickle away, and Johnson with his speed is into second. It'll be a double.
Yeah, just gets enough of it. Like you said, George makes a great attempt at it and ends up deflecting it, creating the opportunity for the double.
He can fly.
Must be nice.
You didn't have that kind of speed in your playing days?
I was quick.
I remember.
But I wasn't stealing 20, 30 bases or anything.
I remember in the preseason, Skip Johnson compared him to John Spikerman, and I said,
wow.
Hey, now, come on now. But you watch him run, and you see it. Here's Dayton LaChance now with the RBI opportunity in the bottom of the second. Takes a ball. The big Canadian, 6'6", 240. Homered last Thursday night at Vanderbilt in the series opener and had a grin from ear to ear as he rounded the bases. He's been putting a lot of pressure on himself to get that first one. He hit a second one the next night. Ended up being the game-winning grand slam. The second grand slam of the night for OU. .31 runs batted in. Here's the 1-1 from McDevitt. Caught the outside corner. Good pitch there. LaChance asking home plate umpire David Savage, you sure about that one?
And a lot of times as a hitter, you just say, hey, is that as far out as it goes? Kind of putting it in the umpire's mind that, hey, that's probably about as far as you need to call it.
Runner goes, and there's a line drive base hit to center. Camden Johnson trots home, and it's 1-0 OU. RBI number 32 of the year for LaChance, who now has a 7-game hit streak.
Yeah, just a hanging breaking ball, and he drives it back through the field. Yeah, Johnson slid into third. I don't think he knew it was a hit. He had to pop up and find his way home.
Dayton Taki now. Another power source a year ago that hasn't been one so far this year. Taki has seen his playing time lessened here in 2026. Batting average at 182. 2 homers, one of those on opening day down in Arlington in a win over Texas Tech. Got big power from the left side of the plate. Battled injuries a year ago.
And he's a really good defender over there at first.
Yeah, plus glove at first base. Two balls and a strike. Well, the Sooners love to run. They've stolen 86 bases. That's the second most in the SEC, but you're not going to see Dayton LaChance take off. He has a grand total of 0 of those 86 stolen bases on the year. 3-1 to Taki. LaChance says, thank you very much for respecting my speed.
Yeah.
The pickoff attempt.
It looked like it surprised him.
He hasn't seen a bunch of those. Ball 4. 3 straight have reached here in the Sooner second. First walk issued by McDevitt.
Now batting for the Sooners. Second base for number 6, Kyle Branch.
Kyle Branch didn't have a single hit in Nashville until the series finale and came up with 2 clutch runs batted in. 2 separate RBI singles in that game, including what ended up being the game and series winner in the top of the 8th inning on Saturday. As we have a visit to the mound here by Missouri pitching coach Drew Dickinson. What a job this guy's done, by the way. Dickinson was with Brian O'Connor at Virginia when he took the Mississippi State job. Dickinson came here, first year as pitching coach, and has just been tremendous for the Tigers. Words of wisdom there for his ace, Josh McDevitt.
Now back to the Sooners, second base for number 6, Kyle Branch.
Branch, not a big batting average, but the list of guys you would rather have at the plate in a clutch situation on this team is short. Has a knack for the dramatic. 2 on, 1 out. And the first pitch is way outside. More than that, he is as good of a defensive second baseman as you'll find in the country, Kyle Branch. His brother, Colby, starting shortstop at Georgia. They don't play each other this year, much to the chagrin of the Branch family. They did play last year down in Athens, and all branches of the Branch tree showed up in their half OU, half Georgia uniforms. It was a 3-game weekend series / family reunion. One and 2.
And I think Colby hit a couple home runs in that series?
I think in the finale, I think Kyle out-hit him in the first 2 games, and then Colby went nuts in the finale, if I remember correct. Grounded to the right side, and it's bobbled, and everybody's safe. That'll be an error on Jamal George, and a costly one potentially.
And George tried to be too quick there. It looked like he was going to try to get lead runner Dayton Taki at second. Just fumbles the exchange. You'll see it here. Just the 3-hopper. He tries to spin and throw, get the average runner Taki at second. Just not able to make the exchange.
Missouri has been a good defensive team this year. Both of these teams upper half of the league, just their 32nd error. Just the second this season on Jamal George. But the base is loaded now for Sooner left fielder Desan Harris. Grounded to first. To second for one. The relay back is not in time. LaChance scores. And it's 2-0 Oklahoma. Desan Harris runs well and stayed out of the double play with his speed.
Now back to the Sooners. Center fielder number 1, Jason Walk.
Good play there by Woida at first base to try to start the double play. RBI for Desan Harris. That's his 4th of the year. And they're on the corners with 2 outs now for Jason Walk. Walk flied out to left in foul territory to start the bottom of the first inning. And that's into right field, a base hit. That'll plate another run. 3-0 OU. First pitch swinging, Jason Walk delivers.
Now back to the Sooners. Shortstop number 7.
Yeah, just early in the count with runners in scoring position. Look to hit early in the count. He gets the bat head out and drives it in the 4-hole. Collects himself another RBI.
9th run batted in for Walk. It's a 3-run second. 2 on, 2 out for Willits, the 8th batter of the inning. Great speed on the bases here for Oklahoma as Willits takes a ball. Harris at second and Walk at first can both fly. Willits also flied out to left first time. They're on the berms, up against the fences in the outfield. And they'll be out there in droves tomorrow, Saturday afternoon. That's a good changeup for strike 2. The football spring game here at noon tomorrow, just down the street at Owen Field. The baseball game at 4. And Kimry Family Stadium will be boiling over with fans tomorrow. Here's the 1-2 to Willits.
Had a good swing at that one.
Just a baseball playing family right here. They had no choice.
Yeah, Reggie. I don't think Reggie gave him much of an option.
There's another brother, by the way, in the pipeline. He's a catcher,
Reggie,
at least right now.
Yeah, Reggie was a hard-nosed player.
That's into right. Here comes Harris. He'll score. Walk headed to third. Willits has a ribby, and it's 4-0 OU. Just past the diving glove of Jace Woida at first.
Now back to the Sooners. Designated number 20.
Back-to-back 2-out RBI hits.
Yeah, just another breaking ball. He's able to keep the bat in the zone long enough to drive it into right field. Past the diving Woida.
And Trey Gamble will be the 9th batter of the second inning. 0 for 1. Nice play by Pierre Seals out in right field to take away a hit from him back in the first. And Woida saving that pickoff attempt. Missouri sending some guys out to the bullpen down the right field line. Inside. I always wondered why they didn't build in ways to get to bullpens where you didn't have to go onto the field of play in every ballpark. Seems like that's a no-brainer. There's a strike.
You think you'd be able to go through the old bullpen, behind the windscreen with all the regional appearances and College World Series and have a door on the backside. Like you're saying, that way you don't have to go through the field of play.
We're at Tulsa Tuesday night, and they got the 2 bullpens in right field, out there. I mean, you got to run 150 yards across the field to get out there, especially if you're the visiting team. Gamble fouls it back. I'm advocating for more tunnels in baseball fields, underground tunnels. Walk at third, Willits at first. A long bottom of the second for Josh McDevitt. Four hits, a walk, and an error have plated 4 runs so far. There goes Willits. Pitch is taken. Cerna will not offer a throw. And there's 2 in scoring position. Just the 4th bag of the year for Willits. 2-2 count to Gamble. He's hitting .365 in SEC play.
Wow.
But he strikes out here. That's the first of the night for McDevitt. And the inning comes to an end. It's a big one, though, for the Crimson and Cream. They score 4. We head to the third. Oklahoma in front. There's the Sooner skipper. 9th season already. That's hard to believe for Skip Johnson, who took his team to the National Championship Series back in 2022. Took them to the tourney last year in their first year in the SEC. And in line to make it again this year. Would love to host a regional. Right kind of on that bubble as of right now, but still 5 weeks of baseball and a conference tournament to go. His team up 4-0 as we go to the third inning here. Keegan Knutson will lead off. Tigers' third baseman, 9-hole hitter. And first pitch swinging. He volleys that over by the Lloyd Noble Center for strike 1. It's a busy weekend as you look at Knutson there from Janesville, Wisconsin. You've got OU baseball, OU softball, both in action just across the street from each other right now. I mentioned the spring game tomorrow. Things are hopping on campus. Knutson, a 173 average with 1 home run. Foul tips that one, 1-2. Boy, a 4-run inning, Rich. Cathartic for the Oklahoma offense. They haven't had a lot of those. Had a couple, I guess, in Vanderbilt, but crooked numbers have not been the reg around
they've
here.
been hard to come by.
Swing and a miss. 4 strikeouts for L.J. Mercurius. That fastball up in the zone or above the zone starting to be very effective for him.
See it again. The fastball up, just can't catch up to it. It's hard to keep your barrel above that ball when it's chest high.
One time through the order, Mercurius, 4 strikeouts, no walks. He did hit a guy, this guy, Blaze Ward, to start the game. Has given up the 1 hit, no runs.
Probably should have got out of the way since it would have been ball 4 anyway, but I'm all for standing there and getting hit, but if it's going to be ball 4, might as well just get out of the way.
Save a bruise.
Yeah.
1 ball and 1 strike. It's a very pleasant evening right now. Temperatures in the low 70s, light breeze. But it is one of those weather-aware days in the state of Oklahoma. So we've got some storms and perhaps some ugly ones coming in later tonight. 1-2 the count to Ward. Latest forecast I saw look like after 10 p.m., maybe closer to 11. So with this game starting a little early, should be in the clear. Might have a couple of rain clouds to fight through, but nothing too serious until later tonight. Grounded to third. Camden Johnson bobbles it, picks it up. Still time. 2 outs. Just made it interesting.
Yeah, it's just on the exchange. Kind of got an in-between hop on that one.
Cam Durnan flied out to center field back in the first. And that's a base hit. First pitch swinging in the third. Second hit of the night for the Tigers. And a 2-out base runner for Pierre Seals.
Right fielder number 5, Pierre Seals.
Seals also flied out to center field first time up. Durnan a little more apt to run. 7 stolen bases on the season. He's 7 for 9. Again, though, LaChance and Brock, whichever catcher the Sooners have had back there this year. Tough to run on. Line to right. That's caught by Brock. And the inning is over. Hard hit ball. Tigers get a base hit, but leave a man. We head to the bottom of the third in game 1. It's 4-0 OU.
My fixation.
The real fun just getting started.
Run straight for the breakaway.
The celebration is on.
It'll be here before you know it.
Yeah.
You've been there.
Yeah.
Rich?
3 times. In the old stadium, though, the old Rosenblatt. My freshman year, we won the national championship my junior year, and lost to Florida State and USC my senior year.
You know, when OU went in 2022, ended up playing Ole Miss for the national championship. Before the College World Series started, Skip Johnson took the entire team over to Rosenblatt Stadium, which is no longer there, but there is still a small ball field commemorating it and some plaques. And there's a zoo around there now, too.
Oh, yeah. Damon Minor almost hit one in the zoo against Georgia Tech.
Strike 1 to Brendan Brock to start the third. Ground ball to shortstop. Durnan gobbles it up, and there's one out. Yeah. TD Ameritrade, if we still call it that. I'm not sure if we've had a sponsorship change, but it's a fabulous stadium.
Yeah, it looks really nice.
Beautiful. But there's just something about Rosenblatt that you can't replicate.
Yeah,
the character of the place.
You know, and all the tradition, all the, you know, especially a lot of those teams in the 80s, Texas and
Miami
every year. Wichita State.
Stanford,
yeah.
Yeah, the old Gene Stevenson Shockers teams every year. Camden Johnson doubled and scored the first run of the game for OU in the second, continuing his recent tear. It was just a dribbler up the middle, his double. Got by the mound, off the glove of Jamal George at second, and pinballed out into shallow center field, and that was enough to allow Camden to get to second. One of 2 Cam Johnsons on this team. Sooners starter tomorrow night, Cam Johnson on the mound. Strike called, 2-1. Camden did not care for that call. It was quite the confusing weekend in Nashville. The Sooners have Camden Johnson, Cam Johnson, and Skip Johnson. Vanderbilt's got 2 Johnstons and a John Stone. An announcing nightmare. 3-1 to count here. Not a guy you want to walk. 20 stolen bases on the year. Geared up for home run number 6 right there. The Tigers shift Johnson with 2 strikes now, 3 to the right side. Only Durnan, the shortstop, stays left of the second base bag. And the full count offering from McDevitt. And he missed inside, ball 4. Second walk. And a dangerous base runner now aboard.
Now batting for the Sooners, your catcher number 48, Tate LeChance.
7-game hit streak now for Dayton LeChance after his RBI single in the second. Get that batting average back over 300. And rightfully so, Josh McDevitt keeping an eye on Camden Johnson. Cerna, Mateo Cerna, the Tigers catcher, has thrown out 7 of 42 base stealers this year. There he goes. And he's in there. Pretty good throw by Cerna.
Really good.
Camden Johnson picks up his 21st stolen base.
He just gets he got a good pitch to handle. It's a good one hopper, but just too much speed from Johnson.
The pitch was a strike, so 0-1 the count to LaChance. Bluff throw to second base. He will still third if you forget about him. Outside. Sooners come into play tonight, 18 in the RPI. And having won 3 of their first 5 SEC series, 2 of those on the road at LSU and at Vanderbilt. They get 3 of the last 5 at home. Ooh, bottom of the zone, and LaChance reacts to that one, 1-2. After this weekend, they'll alternate road home the rest of the way. It's at Auburn for a tough one next weekend, then back home against the Florida Gators, at Arkansas, and then they'll close out the regular season hosting Tennessee in Bricktown. Late swing and a miss by LaChance, and he goes down on strikes. Second for McDevitt, second out of the inning.
Now back to the Sooners. First base
Kind of half swing, ball's out off the plate. Just trying to, looked like he's just trying to foul it off. Not able to get enough of it.
Up to Taki now with 2 outs. He walked and scored first time. Excited about that Bricktown series against Tennessee to finish out the season. That's like the good old days when the Big 12 tournament, Bedlam and everything were in Bricktown. That'll be a fun atmosphere. So many Sooner fans up in the city that sometimes struggle to get down here through traffic. There goes Johnson for third. Throw by Cerna. Not in time. 22 stolen bases for Camden Johnson.
Yeah, he didn't get a great jump, but just enough to get under it. Kind of went off the bag a little bit there at the end. Was able to get back on it in time.
He ties his teammate Brendan Brock now. They both have 22. The pitch was a strike. Oh, 0-2. Bricktown, obviously a bigger ballpark than here in Norman.
Yeah.
And just a super cool setting. Could be that the NBA playoffs are still going on downtown, and it'll be a festive atmosphere. 2 outs, runner at third, the 0-2. Sooners scored 4 in the second, trying to add to their lead here in the bottom of the third. Popped up. Long run for everybody. Jordan out in left has it, and that'll retire the side. So a walk, a couple of stolen bases, but no harm done. 3 full. Friday night, 4-0 Sooners. 4-0 Sooners as we head to the top of the fourth inning. Rich Hills, what have you thought of LJ so far?
He's been good. He's been, locating his fastball. He left a couple pitches up for a couple hits on his off speed, but you see the numbers there: 3 innings pitched, 4 Ks, and only 2 hits, and only 44 pitches, which is nice.
Efficient. Jace Woida leads off for the Tigers. Grounded out to third base back in the first, 0 for 1. Starts him off with a changeup for a strike. A lot of youngsters in the park with us tonight. Friday night, traditionally little league teams. Oh, that ball's launched into right. Brock back at the track, and that's gone. Jace Woida, a solo shot to start the top of the fourth inning. And it's 4-1. His 8th home run of the year.
Yeah, he got all that one.
The eye black paid off.
Yeah, you just see it right here. Middle. He leans on it. Drives it out there to the flags in right center field.
That's into a crosswind right there. That didn't get any help.
No.
First pitch to Caden Peer is a swing and a miss. That's been a bugaboo for LJ Mercurius in SEC play. He has now given up 8 home runs, all in league play. Peer a strikeout victim first time. And it's 1-2. So 4-1, the Tigers on the board. Did he go around? He did. Strike 3. The appeal to third base umpire Cedric Coleman, who said yes, sir. 5th strikeout for Mercurius.
Yeah, just a good down and away. That ball's tailing. Just not able to hold up. Yeah, he definitely went on that swing.
Well, Skip Johnson would love to get some length out of LJ tonight as Cerna fouls the first pitch off. He had to go to his bullpen in the first inning in Game 2 in Nashville, and then had a bullpen day on Saturday in Game 3 because he did not yet have Cord Rager back. Bullpen has been taxed. Of course, they used several guys Tuesday night as well in another, what ended up being a bullpen game. Catalano's start was a short one.
Yeah, it's key for your Thursday or Friday night, depending on how the series falls in the week.
Cerna pops it up to second. 2 outs.
That they get into that 4th, 5th, 6th inning. Otherwise, like you're talking about, your bullpen has to do all the work the rest of the weekend.
And they are deep. They do have a good bullpen. But you don't want to have to continuously lean on it. Here's George. Strike called. George struck out back in the second. Strike 2. Tough play.
Better get rid of it.
Willits not in time. Oh, he made that close.
Yeah, that's a tough play. On the run, got to backhand it. And George can run a little bit, so that ball's in the 6 hole.
Now batting for the Tigers,
I think Jackson thought Camden Johnson was going to get that
you may be
baseball.
right. Yeah.
Infield single there for Jamal George. Tigers have evened up the Sooners in the hit column now. Donovan Jordan will bat. And he nubs one to short. Willits will go the short way, and that'll end the inning. Missouri gets the solo homer, though, from Jace Woida. It's now 4-1 Sooners as we head to the bottom of the fourth on opening night in Norman. Stadium here in Norman as we head to the bottom of the fourth inning. Oklahoma leads game one 4-1, and we are joined now by Oklahoma head coach Skip Johnson. Skip, good start so far for L.J. Mercurius. What have you seen out of him on the mound?
Yeah, he's been attacking. I mean, left one change up in the middle, but other than that, he's been attacking. And so that's what we want him to do, and if he goes pitch to pitch, he'll be fine.
Yeah, and Camden Johnson's been really good for you offensively. Double and a walk so far, and had a good weekend last weekend. What do you think about him?
Yeah, well, I mean, he had a great weekend last weekend, and that was a big hit in the middle, and I mean, his athleticism got him to second, and he'd been sick all week. I mean, he had stomach virus, so getting him back out here is really good to see.
Last question, we'll let you go, Skip. Your bullpen got taxed quite a bit last weekend. How important is it for you to get some length out of LJ tonight?
No, I think they're good. I mean, I think all those guys are good, and so we'll see how it happens and see how it goes. But I think those guys are good. They got enough rest this week, and we only used a couple pitchers on Tuesday.
Thanks, Skip.
Thank you, guys.
0-2 count to Kyle Branch to start the bottom of the fourth. Just foul. Skip says, "No, we're good. Plenty of arms down there if we need it."
We got an army of guys down there, yeah, and they're all good.
It'll be Cam Johnson and Brady Kellenbrink tomorrow. Kellenbrink coming off a sensational start for Missouri against South Carolina last weekend. 7 1/3 innings, 10 strikeouts, no runs allowed in a tough 1-0 loss. That's popped up to the right side. Second baseman George, and there's one out. In the Sunday finale, good news for the Sooners. Their freshman lefty Cord Rager, who has missed the last 2 weekends with what the coaches have called a tender lat muscle, is scheduled to be back Sunday. He's been very good for the Sooners. Missouri is TBA in Game 3. Desan Harris reached on a fielder's choice, got an RBI, came around to score back in the second. Takes one inside. Harris has seen increased playing time over the last couple of weeks. 2-0. Had a very good NCAA regional in Chapel Hill last year. Is a part of a crowded outfield, so playing time has not been easy to find. But hitting around 300, great speed when he gets aboard. And finds himself in the Game 1 starting lineup tonight as he lofts that one into left field with depth.
Help it.
Jordan back at the wall, and that'll carry out of here. First home run of the season for Dasan Harris. And the Sooners are back up 4.
He just got good barrel, got it up in the wind. You see it right here. Ball just middle. Ends up depositing in the bullpen.
That's about a 60-degree launch angle on that home run. That's the way to hit it tonight with the South Oklahoma win. They all look the same in the scorebook, right?
Yeah.
Strike one to Jason Walk. RBI single last time up for Walk. He's 1 for 2. "37th home run of the season for the Sooners, which is down around the bottom of the league, but they have started to heat up a bit. Last week, 7 home runs at Dallas Baptist and Vanderbilt. Got one in the midweek against Oklahoma State, another one here tonight. As for the second time tonight, Walk fouls out to Donovan Jordan in left field. Second out of the inning.
Now back for the Sooners, your shortstop number 7, Jackson Willett.
They're not going to go toe-to-toe with some of the teams in the SEC in the home run chase.
Right.
That's not built that way.
No.
But they would like to build this team to have a little more power this year. They would love to see the numbers increase. Willett's 1 for 2. Pulls the first one foul. RBI single in that 4-run second as well. "5-1 Oklahoma here in the bottom of the 4th. Brief delay while they retrieved the baseball that caromed back into the field of play down the right field line. Oh, and 2. Jordan, again.
Busy over there.
He has been busy tonight. And that'll end the inning. The Sooners get their run back on Dasan Harris's first home run of the year. An opposite field shot on a wind-blown night in Norman. 5-1 OU.
Comes down to this for these gymnasts, a national championship. Who will hoist the trophy? Tune in Saturday on ABC to find out.
Tomorrow afternoon, KJ Kindler Sooners go for another national championship, seeking their 4th in the last 5 years against Florida, LSU, and the surprise team in the Final Four, Minnesota. Can't wait for that. Of course, Mark Williams' men's gymnastics team, also the 1 seed. They participate in the semifinals tonight, and if all goes well, they will be going for a national championship a little later tomorrow evening, after the women are done. Add that to the big weekend of Sooner sports. Here's Keegan Knutson to start the 5th inning in a 5-1 game. Pulled foul by Knutson into the old OU bullpen. Strike 1. Oklahoma 5 runs, 5 hits, no errors. Missouri 1 run, 4 hits, 1 error. LJ Mercurius so far 5 strikeouts, no walks tonight. He made the 1 mistake to Jace Woida. But other than that, a second straight very solid start for the right-hander from UNLV. If you are a Tiger fan or a fan of another SEC team looking in, you'll notice LJ, calm demeanor. His little brother will pitch at some point this weekend. He is not the same personality, as that one plunks Keegan Knutson. Second hit batter tonight.
Now batting for Missouri.
Fastball got away from him. Ends up catching him on the wrist.
Leadoff man aboard. LJ, 6'2". Xander, his brother, 5'10", and fiery. Back to the top of the order, Blaze Ward. Didn't get the call on the changeup. Ward was hit by a pitch back in the first to start the game and grounded out in the third. 0 for 1. Lots of stretching going on in the Missouri bullpen. Looks like some sort of team stretching activity going on out there right now.
Looks like the strength coach is down there with them.
There we go. It is calisthenics time. Those guys aren't stretching anything.
Extra stretching, yeah. They're stretching their right arm.
Blocked up by LaChance. 2 balls and a strike to Ward. And now the whole infield and Skip Johnson are going to come together to come talk to LJ Mercurius. Started this inning a little bit wild. Picked up on anything?
I haven't seen anything out of the ordinary, but I don't have the eagle eye like Skip Johnson does when it comes to pitching.
Just a quick word of advice, headed back to the dugout. LJ, part of the Collegiate Team USA this past summer. Highly heralded transfer portal pickup for Oklahoma, who lost their entire weekend rotation from a year ago. That included the Witherspoon brothers, twins. 3-1. And that's hit hard into right. Brendan Brock can only watch it. 2-run homer for Blaze Ward. And the Tigers are right back in this thing. It's 5-3.
He got all that one.
That is his first home run of the season.
Now batting for the Tigers.
A 3-1 pitch, and he grooved it.
Yeah, you see it right there, just middle, and he knew it right when he hit it.
Third home run of the night combined, second for Missouri, and it's a 2-run game. Cam Durkin fouls off a pitch. Just the 32nd home run of the year for Missouri. These are two teams that do not hit the long ball a bunch. 3 in the first 4.5 innings tonight. Strike 2 called. Durkin singled last time up. He's 1 for 2. Got him swinging. Off speed.
Yeah, he fooled him with that one.
Durnin talking to himself as he heads back to the dugout. 6th strikeout.
Yeah, that's bottom just falls out of it.
That's one of LJ's best pitches of the night right there. Hang another K. Pierre Seals now. 1 out. 0 for 2. Starts him off with a strike on the outer half. Five swinging, 1 looking. Strike 2. Sooners are 14-5 at home this year at the newly renamed Kimry Family Stadium, and they have been great on Fridays. 7-1. Swing and a miss. He blows away Seals. You may say that doesn't make much sense. Didn't you say OU has lost 4 of their 5 conference openers?
Now batting for the Tigers, first baseman number 25. Chase
Just a fastball away. Just a little late.
Yes, they have lost 4 of their 5 conference openers, but this is just the second Friday opener they've had. The very first conference series against Texas A&M was a Friday, Saturday, Sunday series. The last 4 have all been Thursday through Saturdays. Finally back to the traditional Friday through Sunday this weekend. Jace Woida homered last time up. Takes a strike. Team leading 8th home run of the year. 39th run batted in. Grounded sharply past the diving Dayton Taki into right field. And Woid has got his second knock. That's 6 of them for the Tigers. He's a good hitter. Jace Woid.
Yeah, he seems to find the barrel quite often.
Tigers have now out-hit the Sooners 6-5. Caden Pierre 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Little low. Strike called, 1-2. She's ready to hang another K. LJ looking for his 8th. Good block there by Big Dayton LaChance. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Did he chase? He did not. The appeal says no. Count is full. You decide.
Yeah, it's close. Full count. Wade is going to be moving on the pitch.
Pulled foul. Jason Woida got himself a sprint in. That's something funny to say to Jackson Willits, and he'll head back to first now. Another payoff to Beer. Center field. Jason Walk tracking back, reaches and makes the play. Deep center field straight away to end the inning. Tigers tighten it up. Blaze Ward, first homer of the season, makes it 5-3. We're halfway home on Friday night. Bottom of the fifth inning here at Kimry Family Stadium. 5-3 Oklahoma in front in the series opener. And we are joined now by Missouri head coach Kerrick Jackson. Coach, what have you seen out of your starter Josh McDevitt so far tonight?
He's competing for us. We don't make that error there back in the second inning. I think it's a different ball game. They put some good swings on some balls, but that second inning was rough for him. And again, he's just settling in, and I think hopefully he's finding that second win for us to keep us going a little bit more.
Yeah, Coach. Again, just talking about getting down by 4 in the second, but your offense has kept you guys in it. A couple home runs from Woida and one from Blaze Ward that last half inning.
Yeah, I mean, our group's going to fight. They've done that all year long. You like to not be fighting when you're down and digging a hole for yourself, but the group is going to fight, and so we're going to keep ourselves in this thing.
Coach, thank you very much.
Thank you, MIZ.
Kerrick Jackson. Ball one to Trey Gamble here to start the bottom of the fifth. 0 for 2. Gamble, Brock, and Johnson due up for Oklahoma. Got the inside corner. There you see the pitch count for Josh McDevitt, 69. Still plenty in the gas tank. Had a long second inning. A little bit outside with that one. 2 balls and a strike to Gamble. Trey Gamble, a really good find for this Oklahoma coaching staff. Junior college a couple of years ago, Salt Lake Community College out in Utah. One of those guys that's not a P4 transfer that maybe doesn't make a lot of headlines, but a solid ball player all the way around.
Yeah.
He gets on base. He plays a great left field. Tough as they come.
Like you said, he's solid. He's a rock. He's consistent in the field and obviously very consistent at the plate. Just takes one there for strike 3.
Second time he has struck out tonight, and that is very uncharacteristic.
Yeah,
he
thought that ball was down. Might be a little too close to take with 2 strikes.
Third strikeout for McDevitt. Brendan Bracco for 2. Sooners have the first and second team All-American junior college catchers from a year ago. This guy, Brendan Brock, was first team at Southwestern Illinois Community College. Dayton LaChance, who is behind home plate tonight from McLennan, was the second team All-American catcher. That's some good convincing, some good recruiting there when you say, hey, we've already got, I don't know which came first.
Yeah, either way.
Yeah. Trust us. We'll find a spot for you. And they have. Both guys have been in the lineup pretty much every day. 1 and 2.
But those are guys you want to be able to have, guys that aren't afraid to come in and compete for a job. You know, it's hard to find in this day and age, you know, guys that are with that kind of toughness. They're like, hey, I'll come in there and compete, see what I can do.
Well, the versatility, especially of Brock, makes it possible because he can play in the outfield, he can DH. LaChance has played quite a bit of first base in addition to catch and DH. So they have creatively found a way to get both of them in the lineup every day. And you need to. They're both big sticks. Back-to-back strikeouts for McDevitt. 2 gone in the Sooner 5th.
Now batting for the Sooners, third baseman number 9, Camden Johnson.
Fastball up again. We've seen a couple from strikeouts on fastballs up for Missouri, and there's one for OU right there.
Camden Johnson's been on twice tonight, doubled and scored in the second, walked and stole a couple of bases in the third. He likes that inside-out swing. He's homered to left a couple of times this year. This is a night which would certainly call for that. Both of his home runs, though, in Nashville last weekend were to right field, pulled homers. That one's low, 1-1. Sooners lead, it's tenuous. It was 4, it's down to 2. Drops a slow breaking ball in there for strike 2 called. Tigers will shift now as the third baseman Keegan Knutson runs all the way across the diamond to the right side. McDevitt looking for a 1-2-3 inning. And he's got it, and he strikes out the side. 5 Ks for McDevitt. We head to the 6th, tight one on opening night in the SEC. It's 5-3 Oklahoma. 5-3 Sooners. The Icons in the house tonight. Trying to make some noise for the home team. 2-run game as we go to the 6th. Mateo Serna 1 for 2 leads off. The Tiger catcher singled back in the 2nd. Takes a first pitch strike from L.J. Mercurius. 82 pitches for L.J. He went 100 at Vanderbilt last week. Bunted. If it stays fair, it's trouble, but it doesn't. Strike 2. Catchers bunting for hits. What kind of world are we living in, Rich Hill?
It's crazy. You're talking about these catchers nowadays, they're athletic.
Yep.
And really, I mean, where Camden Johnson's playing him, it's you get it fair and halfway decent bunt, it's probably going to be a hit.
It's turf, so you don't have that natural grass fall off that you have on a natural surface. Although it tends to be a bit springier. The 0-2. Tigers won 13 straight games back in non-con, actually. Had a very good non-conference record. They're 3-12 in the league, but 20-17 overall. That tells you how good they've been out of SEC play. A swing and a miss. It's dropped by LaChance. He'll complete the strikeout. Taki looking into the sun there, had to battle that a bit. 8 strikeouts for LJ.
It's a tough time of the day for the whole right side of the defense. See, it's just a changeup away. LaChance is not able to hold on to it.
First base and right field. Not fun right now.
No.
We had, remember Section 405 last year? We called a game from out there.
You got it firsthand.
This game started a little earlier. That, I believe, was a 6:30 game against Vanderbilt here. And the first 2 or 3 innings, I mean, you are staring squarely.
Yeah.
It's hard to see anything.
Well, especially the way that was, those seats were up a little higher above the fence.
Cloud cover tonight might help them a little bit. There's a fastball strike to George, 0-2. Infield single last time up for Jamal George. 1 for 2 tonight. Crowd wanted that one. Blanchard Lions. Right back to the mound. Knocked down, picked up, flipped on. 2 outs. Two up, 2 down to the 6th. Here's another look.
Just a one hopper. He thought he was going to glove it, but just ended up knocking it down, staying with it, getting the out at first.
Donovan Jordan wears number 88 on his back. 0 for 2 tonight. Carrick Jackson. Motto for this team, keep stacking bricks. Trying to build something special. In Columbia, they have taken a big step forward this year. Every time they win, they stack a brick. And the color of that brick is determined by what kind of a win it is. Non-conference wins are one color. SEC wins are another. Series clinching wins are tiger stripe bricks. Trying to build a foundation for a program. It is not easy to do in this league. Watch out. Last weekend hurt. Getting swept at home by South Carolina. Bit bruised coming out of that one. They just couldn't score last weekend. Only 5 runs in 27 innings of baseball. Swing and a miss. 9 of them for LJ. Tigers going over. We played 5.5 on Friday night. 5-3 OU. Busy Friday night across the Southeastern Conference. This one of 8 games tonight. There's the sun peeking through. Auburn has defeated Florida 5-3. That series now even. Had a delay in Fayetteville just underway. Texas A&M up in Baton Rouge 4-1. Texas off to a good start against Alabama, top 4. It is panic button time in Baton Rouge, Rich Hills. Yeah. The defending national champs.
Crazy.
Starting to wonder if they're going to make the NCAA tournament or not, although there's still 5 weekends to go. Dayton LaChance takes the first pitch of the bottom of the 6th inning for a ball. There are 2 teams that are always in the postseason. In fact, they've got lengthy streaks. LSU and Vanderbilt. Vandy's got the longest. 19 straight NCAA tournaments. Their RPI is at 94 coming into play today. LSU down in the 70s as well. So there'll be a lot of drama with those 2 passionate fan bases to see if they can kick it in gear here late. It's just hard to believe LSU's not going to figure it out. Too talented. At least with Vanderbilt, there's an excuse there. Their pitching staff is so beat up. They could score a ton of runs, and they might get there with just their offense alone. But LSU is a real head-scratcher. LaChance 1 for 2, RBI single back in the 2nd. Josh McDevitt has gotten stronger as the game's gone along. 5 straight retired since that Deshaun Harris homer. Ooh, called strike 3.
Didn't like that one.
LaChance has not seen eye to eye with David Savage all night.
Take a look at it. It's borderline. Might have been down, maybe a little bit away, but can't leave in the umpire's hands.
That's 4 straight strikeouts for McDevitt. 6 on the night. Taki now. Walked and scored in the 2nd, popped out in the 3rd. Some sunglasses being jogged onto the field here for second baseman Jamal George. That sun peering right now between the overhang and the stands. There's a little opening there where it can peek through as it sets. 1-1. He wanted him, now he doesn't want him. Were you a sunglasses guy when you played?
I wasn't. For some reason, I felt like.
Hit it right to him. No sunglasses. 2 outs.
I don't know if it's just having dark brown eyes or, don't have the light eyes, but for some reason that wasn't comfortable. I wear the flip downs every now and again. Nobody has those anymore.
Right.
But I don't know. It felt like it just obstructed my vision a little bit.
Some guys don't like them. Feel like they have a harder time picking up the baseball.
I don't know how guys hit with them, but they do.
Kyle Branch 0 for 2. I think there are some guys these days where it's just permanently attached to their face. You don't ever see them without them. In a game, out of a game, team bus, flight,
field,
anywhere.
Everywhere.
They do their press conferences in their sunglasses. McDevitt looking for back-to-back 1, 2, 3 innings. And he's going to get it. Fly ball to right. Pierre Seals. And the Sooners go in order again. We head to the 7th, final third of this one. 5-3 Oklahoma in the opener. Well, the night is done for the Sooners. Friday night starter L.J. Mercurius, 9 strikeouts, no walks. Rich Hills, what'd you think about L.J. tonight?
I thought he was really good. I mean, like you said, 9 strikeouts. The key is 0 walks. He just made a couple mistakes, and Missouri made him pay with 2 home runs, one from Boyda and the last one from Blaze Ward to keep him in the game. But I thought he threw really well.
And Missouri is getting the full Mercurius experience tonight because here comes little brother Xander. A couple of times this year, Skip Johnson has stacked Mercurii. Xander struggled last time out in relief at Vanderbilt. Overall this year, though, he's been really good for this team.
Yeah, he's done well out of the bullpen. It's kind of cool, brother back-to-back in a game. We didn't really see that from the Witherspoon brothers very often at all, or if at all. But he's fun to watch. A good young player, throws hard. And like you said, he's got a little spice to him. He competes out there.
Yeah, the difference is you got a big brother, little brother situation here.
Yeah,
and LJ gets very nervous, or at least early in the year he said he did. When Xander pitches, he didn't get to watch him the last couple of years because he was in college and Xander was in high school. Opening day, Xander was the first reliever out of the bullpen. He pitched before LJ did this year. And LJ said he was a nervous wreck. Keegan Knutson leads off. He takes the first pitch low. Xander came in Game 2 in Nashville. Cam Johnson struggled walked 4 of the first 5 batters. Xander came in and also struggled. OU ended up giving up 9 runs in the first 2 innings of that game. It's grounded to third. Camden Johnson, 1 out. But rallied to win it in one of the, well, it's the game of the year so far for the Sooner baseball team. They were staring down the barrel of an 0-2 series loss and rallied to win it 13-11 as LJ watches on. Little brother ended up taking the series the next day 6-5. Skip Johnson after the game said that felt like more than just one win. That was 1 week ago tonight. Here's Blaze Ward, 2-run homer last time up. Lifts that one foul. And every season, Rich, there are games that are bigger than all the other games, you know?
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, like you said, be down like that and battle back and come back and win. Keep yourself in the series and end up winning it.
Into center field over Willits for a base hit. Second knock tonight for Ward. And you circle it, and then you see what it ends up leading to.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if you don't propel it into something, but it felt like a night that could have that kind of an impact.
Yeah, the ball just got in on a little bit. Willits, not enough ups to get that one.
Dernan now represents the tying run. 1 for 3 tonight. Takes a strike. LJ 22, Xander 23 on the uniform. 95-mile-an-hour fastball. You can see he nods his head after that one, 0-2. He pitches with
emotion,
a Witherspoon swagger.
Yeah.
He reminds me of the Witherspoon
right.
twins when he pitches. The 0-2. If not this year, and I'm not ruling out this year, certainly next year, this guy's going to be a part of the rotation. He has gone a couple of lengthy outings in relief this year, one in the 70-pitch range, one in the 90-plus pitches. Grounded to short, could be 2. Throw to second for 1, relay to first, ring it up. 6-4-3. 17th double play turned in SEC play for the Sooners. And it's time to stretch in Norman. 7th inning stretch time. The home team up by 2. Josh McDevitt back out for his 7th inning of work. Sooners got after him back in the 2nd inning, Rich, with 4 runs, but he has settled in nicely since.
Yeah, he's retired 8 in a row since he last gave up a run in the 4th, and he's throwing well. He's being efficient. He's only got 92 pitches. This is the bottom of the 7th for him, so after a rough early start, he settled in.
Deshaun Harris homered to left. That's the last hit he gave up in the bottom of the fourth. Shows bunt and takes a strike. Harris has scored 2 runs tonight and has 2 runs batted in. 9-1-2 due up for Oklahoma. 5-3 they lead it. We have some activity now in the Missouri bullpen. Some early loosening for a left-hander. Looks like Ian Losey. Down the right field line. If it's fair, it's trouble. It's a fair ball. Harris eyeing 3. The throw, and he's safe. It's a triple. What a game for Deshaun Harris.
He just got that ball out front. That ball is only fair by a couple inches. See it right here. Ball down in the zone. He turns on it, and it just barely lands almost on the line. And he's got some wheels and gets all the way to third.
Jason Walk now will try to bring him home. Infield in for Missouri with nobody out here in the bottom of the 7th. Jaywalk, as they affectionately call him around here, 1 for 3 tonight. RBI single in the second. Has fouled out twice. Don't need much depth on a fly ball to get Deshaun Harris home from third. 0-2. That might be more than one. Jordan runs out of room. Home run. Jason Walk, a 2-run shot. And it's 7-3 Sooners. That's better than a sac fly.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's out over the outer half. He just goes with it. Little help from the wind.
Another one of those 60-degree launch angle homers to left. Right. Second home run of the year for Walk. Second of the last 3 games. Jackson Willits sharply to first, but Woyd has got it. And there's one away. A little more breathing room for the Sooners now in the late innings of this one. Some unlikely home run hitters on both teams tonight. Harris and Walk for Oklahoma. Not that Woida is unlikely, but it's the first home run of the year tonight for Blaze Ward. Trey Gamble now 0 for 3. Haven't said that a lot this season. Hit a rocket into right back in the first, and a nice diving catch by Pierre Seals. Took away a base hit. Since then, he has struck out twice against Josh McDevitt. And that's hit deep to right. Seals, track, wall, gone!
Wow.
Second home run of the inning, third of the night for Oklahoma, 6th of the year for Gamble. And it's 8-3.
He got that ball. Yeah, that ball's just up, bell high. And he knew it right when he hit it.
Yeah, that was not one-dated. That was tattooed. 39th home run for the Sooners. Brendan Brock now 0 for 3. And just like that, this went from a 2-run game to a 5-run game in a matter of 2 batters. And that might do it for McDevitt, who is now at 101 pitches on the night. Drew Dickinson headed out to the mound. Righty and a lefty warming in the bullpen for the Tigers. Looks like he's waiting for home plate umpire David Savage to come make him do something, and then he's going to make a change as Dickinson staring out of the bullpen. Here comes David Savage, says, "What you going to do, coach?" And he's going to stick with them. All right, McDevitt will stay in the game. No, he has retired Brendan Brock all 3 times he's faced him. There's a strike, 1-1. Eight-3 Sooners. Jason Walk and Trey Gamble going deep here in the bottom of the 7th. 1-2. Didn't offer at the high one. This guy leads the Sooners in long balls this year with 8. Last homer to Dallas Baptist last week. Strikes out here. Tough night so far for Brendan Brock. 7th strikeout for McDevitt.
Now batting for the Sooners, third baseman number 9,
Just another fastball up. He's gotten a few strikeouts with that fastball up in the zone tonight.
And that will do it for Josh McDevitt as head coach Carrick Jackson now headed to the mound, and we will have a pitching change for the Tigers here in the bottom of the 7th. He gave him 106 pitches tonight. Was a victim of some unearned runs back in the 2nd inning. A solid outing all around for the Tiger ace. We'll take a break. Tell you about the new Tiger out of the pen when we come back here in Norman. New pitcher on for Missouri is a lefty, Dane Bjorn, 6'1", redshirt freshman from St. Louis. Transfer from Tennessee. It's been effective for him this year in relief. This is his 8th appearance. No record, 2.84 ERA. 8 strikeouts and 5 walks. He inherits a 5-run deficit here in the bottom of the 7th. It's 8-3 Oklahoma in front. How would you grade Josh McDevitt tonight, Rich?
Up and down, like I said, in that middle innings with the 4th, 5th, and 6th, and he retired 8 in a row. Then all of a sudden, gives up the triple and then a couple home runs. And it's been rough. I mean, he was good and bad, a little of both.
Oklahoma's got 8 hits tonight, 5 extra base hits. That continues a trend in Nashville as well. They had 15 extra base hits in that series at Vanderbilt. Camden Johnson's got one of those extra base hits tonight. He lifts that to left, wanting it to ride the wind. Donovan Jordan looks up, and that's gone. First pitch from Dane Bjorn, hit over the left field wall. It's the 4th home run tonight for the Sooners.
Man. He was ready to go on that one. See right here, left on left, out over the outer half, and gets it up in the air in the wind. Puts it in the bullpen.
That's the 6th home run for Camden Johnson and his 3rd in the last week. And LaChance takes one way high. (9-3) Oklahoma. Foul back. And we talked about the offense kind of waking up last week, Rich.
Yeah.
9 runs at Dallas Baptist, 24 in Nashville, 9 spot and counting here in the opening game tonight.
Yeah, it's nice when you can score runs, that's for sure. This is the time of year you want to get moving and get hot.
Waits for the slow curve and fouls it back, 1-2. The wind blowing out tonight, but that will not be the case all weekend here in Norman. Going to turn around on us tomorrow. Fly ball into right. Seals in front of the warning track has it. And that'll end the inning. It's a big one, though, for the home team. 3 home runs and a triple in the 7th for the Sooners. And they now lead it 9-3 on opening night. 9 strikeouts tonight for Sooner starter L.J. Mercurius. He's in line to pick up a victory as Oklahoma goes back to the bullpen here. Caden Leon is on. Right-hander. Sophomore out of Austin, Texas. Another McLennan Community College product. And another guy, Rich, who's been good for Skip Johnson this year.
Yeah, he's been good all year long. Really consistent out of the bullpen. You know, he's got the 3.43 ERA. 23 Ks, 12 walks. That's a good ratio. And he just comes in and fills it up and gets out.
The Sooners are out of Mercurius brothers. So they're going to have to get it across the finish line with another family. As we go to the 8th, 9-3 Oklahoma in front. And he'll start by facing Pierre Seals. 0 for 3 tonight. Sooners 9 runs on 9 hits, no errors. Tigers 3 runs, 7 hits, 1 error. And the breaking ball hangs just a tad high. Xander Mercurius, by the way, only threw 8 pitches in that 7th inning, so you could certainly see him again at some point this weekend. Popped up.
Tough guy right now, too.
Kyle Branch. 1 out. Yeah, that dusk when it's a light.
It's tough.
Somewhere it's not quite dark, and the sky becomes about the same color as a baseball.
That happens during the day in Arizona during spring training. Some of those high fly balls, they just disappear.
Chase Woida, 2 for 3 with a homer. Takes a strike. That camera shot makes it look brighter than it is right now. A little bit low. The Sooners, some good news with the return of Cord Rager this weekend. He'll be the Sunday starter. Skip Johnson also still being positive about the potential addition here in the next couple of weeks of Briscoe Smith, a freshman reliever who they have not had this year. He has been injured. And earlier this week, Skip said his rehab continues to go very well. He would guess that Briscoe, if he continues the rehab well, could be back in the next week or two. And of all of the freshman arms that Skip is so high on for this Oklahoma team this year, that's the one he's the highest on. Coming into the season, they felt like Briscoe Smith would be their closer on this team. Strike called, full count. We'll see when he comes back, if he comes back. But Skip staying very positive about his return. And what a late season pickup that could be.
Yeah, for sure. Especially if he's got the mentality and the stuff to close out the back end of a game.
Ball 4. It's the first walk of the night issued by Oklahoma. And that's a storyline. They have walked too many guys in SEC play this year. Just the first tonight. 1 on, 1 out for Caden Pierre. Pierre 0 for 3. Went around. Strike 2. Sooner men's gymnastics team has done what they needed to do today. They have advanced to the championships tomorrow night, the Super 6. Tomorrow night they won their semifinals today. So the men and women tomorrow will compete for the national championship. Women in the afternoon in Fort Worth, and the men tomorrow evening in Champaign, Illinois. The 0-2 to Pierre. LaChance held it. He wanted it. Hit hard. Deep right center field. Jason Walk, it's over his head and off the wall. Woida had to wait. He'll stop at third. It's a one-out double for Caden Pierre. Hit it to the deepest part of the ballpark.
Yeah, that ball's just middle. He hammers, like you said, it's way out there. Walk can't get to it. That ball's hit. He went a long way to try to get it, just ran out of room.
Mateo Cerna, 1 for 3. Takes it high. Missouri refusing to go away, trying to claw their way back into this game again. Good-looking breaking ball there, 1-1. Fastball at 95, 1-2. Seals popped out, Woida walked, Pierre doubled. They're at second and third for the Tigers with 1 out here in the top of the 8th. Didn't get the chase, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Caden Leon. That hit him?
Yep.
The bases are loaded. That hit Cerna and his own catcher, Dayton LaChance. And the bases are loaded for Mizzou. 3rd hit batter of the night for OU pitching.
Yeah, got him on the elbow.
Yeah, that got Cerna on the elbow and LaChance not on the elbow.
Yeah, no.
That's just nothing the trainer can do about that.
No.
Just give the Canadian some time here. Bases loaded, 1 out. Oklahoma put a 4 spot on the board in the bottom of the 7th, and it looked like maybe that would do it. Missouri with an opportunity here to get right back in the game.
Yeah.
Jamal George, 1 for 3. Strike 1. That 1 hit, an infield single back in the 4th. Woida at third, Pierre at second, Cerna at first. Activity in the Sooner pen again. The 1-1. One and 2. Jason Bowden and Mason Bixby, I believe, the 2 right-handers warming up for Skip Johnson. Well, late swing and caught a piece to stay alive. The last-second decision by Jamal George there.
That was a good breaking ball from Leon.
Walk, a double, and a hit batter has loaded the bases here in the top of the 8th for the visitors. Got him. Swing it. 2 outs. Game with heat.
Yeah, that's a big strikeout. Bases loaded, 1 out, and that ball's just right down. It's just by him. He misses it.
Not out of the woods yet. Donovan Jordan now 0 for 3 tonight. 10th strikeout for the Sooners. First for Leon. Couple of strikeouts tonight for the left fielder. Open stance in that right-hand batter's box. That's a good Uncle Charlie when he's on. And he's got a 95-mile-an-hour fastball to go with it. Trying to get out of a mess he created here, Caden Leon. Fouled out of play. It's 1-2. Nub toward first, played on a hop by Taki, flipped to Leon, and that'll end the inning. Made that look easier than it was.
Yes, definitely.
And the Sooners leave them loaded. 9-3 Oklahoma on Friday night.
All of ESPN all in one place. Visit activate.espn.com to see if you have ESPN Unlimited as part of your TV package for no additional cost. It's all of ESPN all in one place. Sign up or activate now.
Add some insurance here. Been a 4-home run night for the Sooners. Harris, his first of the year. Walk, his second. Gamble and Camden Johnson have each gone deep as well. Dayton Taki will lead off the bottom of the 8th. We had drama tonight in Lexington, Kentucky. A walk-off grand slam has won it for the Wildcats, 5-2 over Vanderbilt in the first game of that series. Taki 0 for 2, walked and scored back in the second. Made a slick defensive play to end the top of this inning. You mentioned his glove earlier in the game.
Yeah, that was a tough play. That ball was off the end of the bat. I mean, one hopper, he ends up getting a short hop, but the key is being able to feed Leon, in stride, being able to get to the bag at first.
Got a little pool cue English on that ball, too. You never know where that bounce is going to go. Brought his glove just in case. No, both of them did.
Yeah. They're ready.
Outside, still Dane Bjorn on the mound for Mizzou. They're going to send Brady Kellenbrink out tomorrow, and I mentioned earlier in the game, he's coming off 7 1/3 shutout innings with 10 strikeouts last week against South Carolina. He's a lefty tomorrow for Missouri. Sooners will have a lefty as well. Cam Johnson is. Dayton Taki bends out of the way of that high fastball, 3-1. Full count. Six of Oklahoma's 9 hits tonight have gone for extra bases. Tough play. And they're not going to make it. Cam Durnan at shortstop can't come up with it cleanly. An infield single for Dayton Taki, I would assume, will be the 10th hit of the night for Oklahoma.
Second baseman number 6, Kyle Branch.
Yeah, this gets it over there in the 6-hole. Durnan's just not able to handle it. I'm not sure he'd have got Taki at first anyway.
Could have been distracted by the softball fireworks display as Oklahoma has just walked off Arkansas, or defeated Arkansas, I should say, 8-7. Game 1 of that big series. Friday night fireworks for softball and baseball. When this one ends, we'll have a fireworks display at Kimry Family Stadium. That's win or lose, but it is always a lot more fun coming off a victory if you're an OU fan. Branch comes up empty, 0-2. What a game, that 8-7 softball. Kyle Branch 0 for 3 tonight. Sooners with a 4-run second and a 4-run 7th tonight. Got a single run in the 4th on the Dasan Harris homer. Sandwiched in the middle. Hit sharply, knocked down by Knutson. Not in time. Good job getting a glove on that by Keegan Knutson, but by the time he retrieved the loose ball, didn't have a chance.
He hit that ball well, just sharp one hopper, just not able to hold on to it.
That'll also go as an infield single. So back-to-back infield singles have Sooners at first and second. Nobody out for Dasan Harris. Homered, tripled. Also drove in a run on a fielder's choice earlier in the game. Chance to add to a big night here for Harris. Shows bunt, takes it high. .326 batting average, kind of hard to keep that out of the lineup. It has been a wealth of riches for Reggie Willits when he makes out his lineup card, though, in the outfield this year. Alec Blair, very talented freshman, not in the lineup tonight. Harris, Walk, Brock has played out there. Drew Dickerson, 1 and 2. Trey Gamble. How could I not mention Trey Gamble? He's their leading hitter on the year. Ball and 2 strikes, left on left matchup here. Grounded to shortstop. Can't double up Dasan Harris. They get Branch at second, and they're on the corners with one out now. Top of the order, Jason Walt.
Center fielder number 1, Jason Walt.
Two-run homer last time up. He's 2 for 4 tonight. And an RBI single back in the second. He's driven in 3. Had 8 RBI all year coming into play tonight. 3 so far in this game, and can add to that total. Taki at third, Harris at first. And a good curveball for a strike. Tonight, not necessarily the best evidence of this because there's been 19 combined hits, but both of these teams are in the top 20 in the nation in fewest hits allowed per 9 innings. Evidence of how good their pitching staffs have been this year. Got a piece. OU is number 6 in the country. Their staff allowing only 7.1 hits per 9 innings. And Missouri is number 19 in the nation. They allow only 7.8. Chased one there, and that's a strikeout.
He was fooled on that one.
First for Bjorn, second out of the inning. Sooners need something with 2 outs now from Willis. If you're an Oklahoma fan, that kind of underlines the walk issue they've had at times on the mound this year. If you don't walk guys, they're not giving up many hits.
Yeah.
Inside corner strike. Two infield singles and a fielder's choice and a strikeout so far here in the bottom of the 8th. Oklahoma leads it by half a dozen. Strike 2 to Willits. Due up for Missouri in the 9th. It'll be Knutson, then the top of the order, Ward and Durnan. Here's the 0-2. Runner goes from first. It's a swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Nice job by Dane Bourne. Back-to-back strikeouts. Sooners fail to score, and we go to the 9th. Oklahoma trying to close out a Game 1 victory on this SEC weekend. Mason Bixby on for Oklahoma to try to close it out in the 9th. Oklahoma leads it 9-3. Big 6'7" junior, the TCU transfer out of San Antonio.
Yeah, I mean, big kid, obviously 6'7", 240, but he come in here and try to close this one out for him.
Bixby coming off arguably his best appearance of the year. He's been getting better and better for Skip Johnson as the year's gone along. He had some control issues early on, had a little bit of an injury scare early in the season as well. But confidence has been growing. And at Vanderbilt last weekend, in one of the games that they won to take the series, Bixby was a big part of that. He gave them 2 1/3 innings of no-hit baseball, struck out 5 and didn't walk anybody. It was a perfect outing by Bixby. He's been called upon to try to get the final 3 outs of this one. Oklahoma leads it 9-3. Keegan Knutson will lead off. 0 for 2, was hit by a pitch and scored back in the 5th. He was aboard for the Blaze Ward home run. Tigers have hit 2 homers tonight. Jace Woida in the 4th, a solo shot. Blaze Ward in the 5th, a 2-run home run. And the first pitch to Knutson is high. Game 2, 4 o'clock tomorrow. And the finale set for 2 p.m. on Sunday. There's a strike, 1-1. Big fastball for Bixby. He can touch 97, 98. We've seen 99 this year. His off-speed pitches, though, he has leaned on them more of late, and they have been good for him. A slider on top of a 98-mile-an-hour fastball has been very effective. Strike called, 1-2. There's the big one, 96 on that one.
And he's so easy. Just everything's smooth. He's not a max effort guy. The ball just comes out easy.
Our good buddy George Frazier would point out a little bit of crossfire action here,
Yeah.
where he steps and slings it across his body.
Yeah.
There's a line drive base hit. Could be extra bases. Harris keeps it from the wall. Knutson going for 2, and he'll get there with a leadoff double. Fifth double of the year for Keegan Knutson.
Yeah, he just got a breaking ball. Just got enough of it. Get it through the infield. Harris was shading him over to left center. Had to go a long way to get it. Try to get the ball back in.
He hit a good pitch. That was on the outside corner and low, and he pulled it to left. Dayton LaChance with a quick word for Bixby. And Blaze Ward now. Been on 3 times tonight. Tiger leadoff man, hit by a pitch in the 1st. 2-run homer in the 5th. Singled in the 7th. 341 hitter on the year. This kid's a freshman. When they name you Blaze, you're going to be a ball player, right? Either that or a firefighter. Those are your 2 options. Strike called, 1-1. Ole Miss has defeated Tennessee tonight, 7-4 in Knoxville. Game 1 of that series. Ooh, strike called. Grounded to third. Camden Johnson the throw on across for the first out of the 9th. Knutson stays.
Now batting for the Tigers, shortstop number 27, Cam Durnan.
Cam Durnan now, 1 for 4. You can just tell the confidence Bixby is pitching with compared to early in the season when he was really searching for it. It was a big struggle last year at TCU. just to throw strikes. Fouled out of play. Done a lot of work with Skip Johnson. Early in the season, he would be a guy that they'd try to get an inning or two in midweek just to get him some work. Now he's a guy on the weekend who is coming in high leverage situations for them. Opponents hitting just 139 against him this season. They give up the leadoff double to Knutson, though. Got the ground ball out from Ward. No balls and 2 strikes to Durnan. Little high. Durnan, a Wichita State transfer, just like Sooner third baseman Camden Johnson. A couple of former teammates now going head-to-head in the SEC. Another 1-2. Flared, shallow center field. That's going to drop in for a hit. Knutson going to be waved home, and he'll score without a throw to make it 9-4. An RBI for Durnan. Off the end of the bat, just dunked it out in shallow center field.
And with the wind, their outfielders playing pretty deep.
And you start to get into the heart of the lineup here. Seals, Woida, Pierre, and Cerna do up. Guys who can run it out of the yard. Seals, 0 for 4 tonight. Double play here would end it. Time is called. And a pitch clock violation strike given to Seals. Was not ready in time. 0-1. Slider in there for strike 1. One on, one out, one in here in the Tiger 9th inning. Throw to first. Not in time. 0-2 the count to Seals. Oh, that's strike 3, excuse me. 2 outs. First strikeout for Bixby. And the Tigers down to their last chance. Here's Woida. He's been on his last 3 times up, a homer, a single, and a walk. Dayton Taki will move behind the runner Durnan now at first base. He'll take off for second. Oklahoma will concede it to him. Strike 1 to Woida. Kyle Branch way out in shallow right field at second base. And Woida sends another one deep into the night. Jason Walk back at the wall, and that's gone. The second home run tonight for Jace Woida. It's a 3-run top of the ninth, and it's 9-6. That's the third home run for Missouri tonight.
That ball is really hit.
9th home run of the season for Woida.
Hanging right over the middle of the plate. And that's the deepest part of the ballpark. Even with the wind, that ball is hit.
And now the potential tying run moves into the hole. 3-run game for Caden Pierre, 2 outs. He takes one high. Even if Oklahoma hangs on to win this one tonight, they better figure out a different game plan for Jace Woida going forward. What a game 1 for him. Strike called. That's the first home run given up all season by Mason Bixby. Strike two. And now the crowd will try to help Mason Bixby get this one across the finish line. Caden Peard doubled to deep center field last time up. He's 1 for 4. Looking to pass the baton here with Mateo Serna on deck. Another 1-2. Grounded to the left side. Willits gobbles, guns, got it. And that's the ball game. Oklahoma takes game 1. 9-6 the final. Their 5th straight victory over the Tigers. And they'll go for the series victory here tomorrow afternoon. 9 runs, 11 hits, no errors for Oklahoma. 6 runs, 11 hits, 1 error for Missouri on a night with 7 home runs hit. We'll talk to one of the stars of the game when we come back. Game 1 goes to the Crimson and Cream. We'll be back right after this.
Way. Just turn around.
9-6 the final. Oklahoma defeats Missouri in game 1 of this 3-game SEC weekend. And let's go down to the field. Carly Murray is with Dasan Harris.
Yeah, thanks, Toby. Dasan, let's go back to your home run in the 4th. What did you see on that pitch?
I saw an elevated fastball and tried to put my best swing on it, and the rest is the rest. The wind took it up, and that's nothing else I can ask for.
It seems like every time you're called on, you're able to step up and deliver. How are you able to stay motivated and always be able to contribute offensively?
Always putting in the work when no one's watching, and when the time comes, make the most of it and try not to live with regrets.
And then the bats were just contagious for all of y'all tonight. What was working up at the plate?
Just keeping the baton rolling, passing it off to the next guy, and that was it. That was the secret recipe.
And then LJ Mercurius continues to just dominate on the mound. He's been so consistent. What's so impressive about him?
That he keeps putting the ball where it needs to be and executing his pitches, and it's fun to watch.
Thanks so much, Dasan. Great game tonight. Guys.
Thank you, Carly. Thank you, Dasan. 9-6 the final. Rich Hills, LJ Mercurius good tonight. 4 home runs for Oklahoma, and it's a game 1 victory, something they've not enjoyed much in SEC play so far.
Like you're saying, and most of those have been on Thursdays and not Fridays. But LJ was great tonight with 9 Ks and no walks and only giving up the 3 runs.
Game 2 coming up 4 o'clock tomorrow. Rich and I will be back with you for that. For Rich Hills and our entire SEC Network Plus team, I'm Toby Rowland. Have a great night, everybody.